This is Nate Woods with Action Coach here with another Business Spotlight interview. I'm here with Denise. Hey, Denise, can you take just a minute to introduce yourself and your business for me?
Yes, sir. Thank you, Nate. My name is Denise Leslie, and my company is Medical and Sports Massage.
Awesome. So how long have you been running medical sports massage? And why did you get started in it initially?
Certainly. I started medical and sports massage in 2011, and I've been servicing Sandy Springs for I'm coming into my 11th year now. And I started this company after doing 3 medical studies through Atlanta School of Massage and Emory University. Atlanta School of Massage is where I got my education and graduated from in massage therapy. But I did 3 studies: fibromyalgia, stress anxiety syndrome, and irritable bowel syndrome. And the purpose of those studies was to see if clinical massage therapy impacted patients that suffered from those diagnoses. And so after those studies were completed, I realized, you know what, there is really no place that I'm aware of to serve patients in this capacity. So I started the business.
Awesome. It's obviously been running very successfully for you. So tell me, what are your goals? Where do you want to take the company long term?
For sure. My long-term goals for medical and sports massage is all about patient care and helping people live their lives in spite of injury and diagnoses is with as much quality of life as possible. So with that said, I would love to have multiple locations in Georgia and, play with that for a while and see what expansion looks like thereafter.
Awesome. Perfect. So tell me, who is your ideal client for the business?
So our patients come from many different sources. We have patients, of course, orthopedic surgeons use us daily, pain management, OBGYNs for pre and postnatal care. And we also work with the community. So we see a lot of student athletes, football players, basketball players, soccer, boys and girls, all ages. And we work with the community as well. So, anytime someone has pain in their soft tissues or stress in their minds or just feel a little sluggish or out of balance, we want to be able to help that individual no matter who they are. So I guess just for humans.
Perfect. Have a wide clientele that you can offer benefits to.
Mostly people in pain.
Awesome. So you
that want quality of life.
Yeah.
So if you're just like, I just want to relax, maybe.
Gotcha. So you've been doing this for a little over a decade now. So tell me, in that span, what is one of the mistakes that you've made or a lesson that you've learned in the process that other business owners or entrepreneurs could learn from, irregardless of their industry?
For sure. It would be about bookkeeping and having a business model where you can see your profit margins. You can clearly see what your payroll cost is, what your cost of goods are, and really leverage good financials and good. And so one of the mistakes that I had to learn in this business was working with professionals such as bookkeepers and accountants, or even marketing, digital marketing individuals, people who create and content for your website, things like that. Working with people who specifically can understand your industry. I had to figure it out with my bookkeeper on business models. Whereas if I went right in working with a bookkeeper that understands, okay, your payroll should be at 35%, your COGS should be at 10%. Here's a tax strategy here, versus like trial and error. So working with professionals that understand your niche business and starting your foundation off strong with your financials is the best advice I can give to a passion-seeking entrepreneur.
I love that. Knowing your numbers is absolutely critical when you're running a business. So tell me who, as you've gone through this process, who's been the best coach or mentor that you've had along the way and why?
Oh man, there's so many. I've had many different coaches. So I've had business coaches, all about the financials. I've had coaches to help me with the HR side of my business and employees and leadership. I've had just coaches on how to manage stress of being an entrepreneur in today's pulse of business. So if I had to pick one, they're all important. They're all important. I can't choose between my coaches. I've had Karina Ackerson with Ace, who's phenomenal. I've had Brooke, who owns her own business. Her whole thing, guys, is she unfucks vibes. And
Okay.
I couldn't have seen me surviving the stresses of COVID without having Brooke. And she was an energy coach. She was an energy leader. Her whole thing is about energy and vibrational and reading people. It's amazing. So get a coach, guys. Get multiple coaches.
Great advice. Great advice. So, what does the future look like for you in the business? Are there any challenges that you see as you continue to move forward?
My biggest challenge right now is scaling up. So we're scaling up our business and figuring that piece out. It has lots of moving parts when you're scaling up. And for me, I have to figure out what's important because there's only so many hours in a day, so many days in a week, and time flies when you're having fun. So scaling up has been my biggest challenge. And as a matter of fact, my coaches and I are trying to figure out, a really good plan for scaling up and what does that look like? Because it has positive and negative impacts on your business if it's not managed properly. So scaling up has been a challenge.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, you gave a little bit of this earlier, but if you had to whittle it down to one specific piece of advice for a young person starting their first business today, what would that be?
It would be work with professionals who understand how to profit in your industry.
Awesome. Awesome. Great advice. So as we start to wind up here, what is the best way for people to stay in touch with you or learn more about you or medical and sports massage?
Follow us on Instagram. It's Medical Sports Massage. I push out the best content. And our website is Live Life Pain Free. That's my motto, by the way. It's possible. So those are the two best ways. So much good content out there for you guys.
Perfect. And I'll link both of those in the description so people can easily reference them. And then my last question for you today is what most inspires you as you continue to grow the business?
The people that I serve and my employees being happy, that inspires me. Anytime I feel like, oh my goodness, I can go to my Google page and read a review and get re-sparked. And when my employees are like, yeah, I'm going on vacation, I need 2 weeks off, that makes me feel so good and successful. And it motivates me. So it's the patients and my employees for sure.
Awesome. Awesome. Denise, thank you so much for joining me today and sharing your story. And I really appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you, Nate, for having me.